like Diddy and Will Smith have had it going for years because several people are now coming forward to expose them for being in a secret gay club. Not just that, but Diddy's bodyguards have exposed him for hosting exclusive gay parties with Will Smith. So does that mean that Diddy and Will have something going on? And why does Jada continue to stick with Will if he is gay? Word on the streets is that there just might be something more than friendship going on between Will Smith and Diddy. A couple of people have come forward to hint that Diddy and Will might be getting into it on the low. Now, before y'all come at me talking about how Will has been married for about 25 years, let me remind y'all that he is married to Jada Smith. No hate to Jada or anything, but we all know that their marriage is toxic AF and not exactly the definition of a healthy marriage. I mean, they even said so themselves.
We ride together,
we die together.
Bad marriage for life.
Even Jada herself has admitted that she never wanted to marry Will, and she cried on her wedding day because her mom forced her to marry Will.
I really didn't want to get married, but...
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
Well, Gammy, this is what happened. It was almost as if Gammy was like, you have to get married, so let's talk about the wedding. It was almost like that. And
she completely just was like, that's not a reality where you're not married.
I was under so much pressure, you know, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do. But I just knew, I was like, I never wanted to be married.
There have been so many weird things happening in Will and Jada's relationship that they might have convinced people that their marriage is just a front for them being swingers. Like, we all know that entanglement drama. Then there's also the fact that Jada only agreed to marry Will because the real love of her life, Tupac, was killed. So it was a marriage of convenience for them, and it kind of explains why they are determined to stay in their bad marriage for life. Then there's the weird way Will acts around his son Jaden. For some reason, he forcefully kisses Jaden on the lips, even when Jaden is obviously uncomfortable with it. And this leads to more talks about how Will is kind of fruity on the low.
Jaden, come on. Are you okay?
Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Dude, come on.
And these aren't all mere speculations because there have been some industry people who have come out to expose Will for being gay. Alexis Arquette was one of the first people to call him out, saying Jada come out as gay and her beard husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked in on him, servicing his sugar daddy, Benny Medina. Then I would listen to them. She's being his first wife, paid off, silent. Then there's the fact that Will was believed to be in a secret relationship with Dwayne Martin, even though they both insisted that they were just friends. In fact, Will was exposed for allegedly paying Dwayne $2 million to keep their relationship secret. And you know who hinted that Will and Dwayne were in a situationship? Dwayne's ex-wife, Tisha Campbell. Like, in case you didn't know, both Will and Dwayne would go on several vacations together that included trips to Sin City, Las Vegas, Miami, and even a private cruise in Trinidad. Tisha published an Instagram post with an image that read, "The truth always comes out in the end, no matter how hard anyone tries to hide it." And according to followers, the post was probably about the relationship, and she gave it away when she wrote the name Will in caps. And in the comments, and you're right, they will lie till the end. The real key is people stop believing them. That's not all, because Trisha Paytas also had made some concerning allegations about Will, insisting that he forced some of her male dancers to do the nasty with him.
Don't worry about your cheating husband my male dancers, you know, when they didn't want to. How about talk about that?
Jaguar Wright has also had a couple of things to say on the matter, and she exposed Will for basically being a creep.
And young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Sheer Gray, left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed the help.
And it's not just that, according to several rumors, Will Smith is actually in some sort of situationship or club with none other than Diddy. Diddy and Will have been great friends for a long time, and it looks like there might have been something more than brotherly love between them. If there's one person in Hollywood who has faced a crazy amount of gay rumors for most of his career, it's Diddy. Child, when I tell you that Diddy DL rumors have been going around for years, y'all gotta believe me. Wendy Williams was the first people to expose Diddy back in the 90s, and she was fired from her radio talk show not long after that. While she didn't outrightly accuse Diddy of getting her fired, everyone believes that he was behind it. But Wendy, being Wendy, didn't back down because she has shaded him on multiple occasions. Like the time she accused him of having lots of kids as a way to hide his sexuality.
You know, hip hop wearing skirts or hip hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood.
She also talked about the backlash she received for exposing Diddy.
There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such.
But while she was one of the first people to talk about it, she was certainly not the last, because 50 Cent has also shaded Diddy. He called Diddy out on Instagram saying, "Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under the leadership of Puff Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow." Also, y'all remember Diddy's ex, Casey? Well, her husband also shaded Diddy for being gay as revenge for Diddy making a song called "Gotta Move On" about Casey last year. He said, "Happy Pride to all my LBGTQ friends. Attached is a charity that helps people who are in the closest and gotta move on, along with other resources." Do y'all notice something similar when it comes to Diddy and Will's gay allegations? It's the fact that people who have exposed them are people that know them or have worked with them or for them. And that's what makes it so believable. It's not just random people on the internet making these things up to stir up drama. One of Diddy's former bodyguards also exposed him for being gay and doing some intimate things with another rapper who the bodyguard didn't name.
Puff and this artist run out the room naked, and the artist said, "You ain't want to come up in there? It was a lot of freaky shit going on."
I know that Will is an actor, but back in the day, he used to also be a rapper. And he has even won not one, not two, but 4 Grammy Awards in rap categories. So when the bodyguard said Diddy got freaky with a rapper, we kind of wondered if he was referring to Will. Oh, there's one more person who exposed Will and Diddy, and that's another one of Diddy's former bodyguards. This is one of the biggest evidence about Will and Diddy's situationship because, well, if there's one person who knows all there is to know about celebs, it's usually their bodyguard, because they go everywhere with them. Well, Diddy's former bodyguard exposed Diddy for attending gay parties and Will.
That she was at a party before that they attended, and you said the party was weird. Tell me about that.
I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man. He was 6'9". They called him, his name 6'9". He had the red hair with big old booty and shit. Nobody was gay no more. What the f is going on here?
I don't know about y'all, but if it looks like a dog and barks like a dog, then it's probably a dog. Plus, we all know that Diddy likes to party hard, so the gay parties kind of make sense. Also, Diddy gotta start employing bodyguards who know how to keep their mouths shut, because his former bodyguards be all over the internet spilling his business. Anyways, since knowing what we know, people have started paying more and more attention to Will and Diddy, and we've started seeing things in a different light. At the Oscars last year, Will had one of the worst nights of his career after he slapped Chris Rock.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that was crazy. And there was a lot of tension in the room because everyone had eyes on Will Smith judging him. Well, Diddy stepped right on the stage and tried to defuse the situation to get Will out of the tight spot, saying that they were family and they were going to solve it with love.
Okay, Will and Chris, we're gonna solve that like family at the gold party. Okay? But right now we're moving on with love. Everybody make some noise.
This has got people talking because we're trying to figure out if Diddy has an alternative motive for helping Will out instead of criticizing his actions like a lot of people did. So when we put all these things together, it looks like Diddy and Will just might have been secretly getting it on this whole time. The internet has been crazy over the news of the gay parties, and there have been so many comments saying things like, Will Smith and Diddy gay parties. Hold up. So did y'all hear about the rumors that Diddy and Will Smith are either bi or gay? They've been having gay parties for DL Hollywood stars. And they might be a couple. And Will Smith and Diddy gay parties. Why wasn't I invited? Laugh it out loud. This is really wild, but then this is Hollywood, and some of the wildest things in the world happen in Hollywood. But I want to know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think that Will and Diddy really attend and throw all these gay parties, or do you think they're going to stay on the DL forever? Let me know in the comments. Then check out this crazy drama in the next video.